Alright, before I go on to the review of this Hot Toys War Machine Mark II, the diecast version, I want to give a shout out to my friend Venjo, also known as Patrick from Toys for the Big Boys on the Facebook page. Go ahead and check that out for lending me his figure, to do a review on. And as usual, we're going to start off with a box. I really love this box. It does have this three-dimensional effect on it. It's kind of different from the usual Hot Toys box, the shoebox style. This one, there's a plastic outer layer that you lift up. That's why you see the white layering on the image. It looks like three-dimensional. And also on the back, you can see there's some drop shadow on the credits name. It's because of that, and then you lift it up. This one comes out, this pretty cool styrofoam which has the War Machine engraving on it. I would say it's easier and more accessible if you want to take out accessories and whatnot, instead of the shoebox style. And we're moving on to this. Anyone who has a Hot Toys Iron Man knows that you gotta take out the batteries. So I really like what Hot Toys did on this one. They gave you a separate compartment for the batteries, and also they gave you your own screwdriver, to take that off, which is pretty cool. And we're gonna move on to the accessories part of this review. Mind you, there's not a whole lot here, so there you go. So now we're gonna, start off with a stand. It's not the normal cradle stand. It is kind of like what my Man of Steel has, but this one is not the bendable one. It's just a straight tube. I think it's metallic rod, I guess, to support the weight of Mark War Machine itself, because it's a bit heavier than normal Hot Toys, but it's not dynamic or anything, so I wish it was. And the base is amazing. It lights up. It doesn't come with two AAA batteries, but that's all you need. And this one it's big as well. I think that's where Hot Toys is going in now. They're making this big bases. This one has a lot of details on it. So you can see those two flaps you can open and close, so his feet is more secured on the stand. You can see there's a lot of detail. I wish it was metal. It's not. It's made out of plastic, but it's still a good plastic. It's not like a cheap plastic or anything, but I wish it was more metallic, so it would go with the theme, because everything's die cast, but it doesn't ruin the the figure for me. Like I said, it does not come with a lot of accessories, so I'm gonna drag this on and talk about open palm hands. For anyone who has Iron Man, this is a must for any Iron Man figures. Open palm hands. It still lights up. This one, I'm not sure if it's made of metal or plastic. It has a lot of weight on it, but it doesn't feel like it's metal. So I wish it would have came in with closed fist hands. I know it did came in with this, right off the bat you have this articulated fingers, just like with Mark 7. But you pay almost $300 for the figure. Hopefully there's some closed fist hands, but it doesn't. It's still okay. And this is some attachment to his forearm. So I believe this is kind of like a gun or a rocket shooting out of his forearm. A lot of details on this one. This is what I do like about this War Machine, is because it's you see a lot of markings like danger, or it's more, I would say, robotic than Iron Man figures, because it's supposedly mass produced. Not mass produced, but they're supposed to be that the military is supposed to use this War Machine for deployment and all that stuff in the movies. So it has a lot of more details on it, I guess, and compared to the Iron Man, which Tony Stark only uses. This one is a bit more, I guess, mass produced. That's why there's a lot of warnings and dangers and pretty cool markings on the figure itself, so to speak. This is the gun that attaches to his back, which is War Machine is known for. This one swivels back and forth, but I like the details on this one. I believe that's the ammo box. There's a lot of gears and moving parts on this gun, which you would appreciate if like I said, there's a lot of engravings, like danger sign out there, which are pretty cool touch. Some silver. I'm pretty familiar with guns, but I can't really tell you which part of the gun is this, because it's on a War Machine, so it's not a real gun. But yeah, the overall, I would say, details and all the paint apps is amazing on this figure, considering this is a die. I would say this is their first die-cast version that they actually released. You know, I could be wrong, but at least for the Iron Man line, this is the first one, which is fittingly so. And now we'll move on to the actual figure itself. As you can see him standing to his base, pretty cool. Looks like the Hall of Armor base, instead it's circular. As you can see, this is a lot of details on this one. And I love the fact that it's die-cast. They should have done this a long time ago, but it's never too late. It's more fittingly on an Iron Man figure than anything else. You know, this is what I do love about this figure. You know, this decals that they put in, Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes. It just gives you a different look. Now, even though like my buddy, like I said, Patrick collects a lot of Iron Man, but this would stand out because of the fact that it's not red, first and foremost, and it has this army look to it, which I really do like. You can see here, and even though it's diecast, it has a lot of details on it, which I do love. You know, I'm pretty sure it's harder to you know, to cast this one. And also, I would say the downside is because it's die-cast, I would say it's not that easy to replace the parts, you know, unlike in Mark 7, which you can pop out the, you know, his chest plate so you can make it more battle damage look. On this one, I would say it's a little bit harder. Maybe they'll come around next time. And now we're looking at the back of the figure. You know, pretty amazing details as always from Hot Toys. You know, that's his torso, and you know, even his forearm. I believe that's where you're gonna put the attachment that I showed earlier, which has the rocket launcher, you know, sticking out. That's where the battery compartment is, as usual with all the Iron Man figures. You know, some more decals. Essentially to service. I love that. You know, looks more of a machine more than a suit. And that's another one right there. That's where you put the battery compartment. Not sure where the switch is. I'm pretty sure it's at, you know, at the back of his arm again. But you know, I love this. I love this figure. You know, I like the color. It's a metallic gray or gunmetal gray, so to speak. And this is the gun that I showed you earlier from the accessories attached to his back. Yeah, looks pretty sweet. It looks menacing to me, you know, because it's, I guess, of the color, not the happy red from, and it doesn't shine, you know, unlike the Iron Man versions. Now I'm gonna take a look at the side view. This figure, more decals, which I do like, as I expressed earlier. It's a closer look on the finer details and awesome apps of Hot Toys. I wish the paint wouldn't chip because it's metal. You know, I wish it doesn't come with the same issue as the Captain America shield. I hope it doesn't get scratched easily. And there you go. That's pretty much about it. So if you are a big Iron Man fan, I would say go ahead and get this. This would get sold out pretty soon. You know, this would hike up in price if you don't act now. So go ahead and pick this one up. And thank you for watching. Click subscribe if you like this video. That really helps me a lot. All right. Thank you, guys.